Tell us about fucking Betty. What's going on with Betty?
I will let you know that the press, read through the lines, does not like her. They want nothing to do with her. And I'm talking Banfield, Enton, Politan, Nancy, none of them want anything to do with her. And I get a little bit concerned because, they're starting to think that, we're toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting a little scared because, once you start achieving a little bit of success, 38,000 subscribers, that's good, but she should be doing much, much better for the effort she puts in. But I don't think that real, I don't think the heart is there. I think she's a bit disingenuous because I kind of used to stick up for her. And I used to say, I really do believe that she cares. But the way that she told Olivia and Jonathan, when they left me in that Airbnb, and she whipped her neck and said, all right, now we know how she got all her Patreons and her support, and we know how she does things. Now we cut her off. I invested in all three of them.
Right.
And the three of them...
They used you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they used you.
Oh, used and abused. I'm not a victim, but I never even got a thank you. Not even much a thank you. In fact, Bullhorn Betty said, Marissa did nothing, maybe $600, maybe. And I'll give that. She goes, I have no problem.
I don't believe that. You've always been very generous with stuff.
I'm most generous out of everybody.
Yeah, I'll give you that for sure. I can attest to that. I've seen it. I've seen it.
And you know what? It's the blessings all go around. But I don't believe that she's genuine anymore. Everybody that's come in contact with her, it's like they have a horror story.
Absolutely. Well, you know what happened right before you guys went to Tennessee for summer? It was right after the laundries, right?
Yeah. Oh, the first time, yeah.
Yeah, I get a message from her on Twitter at the time, and right before you guys left, and she was like, you may think you may have the wool pulled over Jonathan's eyes, but you don't have it pulled over mine. And when we go to Tennessee, you're not using any of our footage. Fuck you. And I was like, whoa, where the fuck did that come from?
Whoa.
And then the next thing I know, y'all are in Tennessee. And I was like, oh, it's got to be Molly, right? So I figured you gassed her up with that. But now I'm seeing, she's off the chain, right? She's still saying I'm having an affair with this dude.
I didn't know about affair until about a month ago. But no. The only time you really came up with Betty and and Jonathan was when we got to 110 Ben Hill. Realized that there was zero internet. Like Dawn was right. There's no
signal.
Yeah. And, she made a comment, said, oh, well, Jay's going to be pissed because we were supposed to stream out there from you. But literally, you couldn't even call 911. It was that bad. They were that deep in the woods. That was the only time you came up with Jay for Justice. She never mentioned anything about you to me.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, because she went off right before you guys left.
No, and she also never told me about one of my Patreons giving her thousands of dollars for all that equipment. I never even looked at her wish list, but she showed up the second time with tons of shit, tons. And like these little pens that had cameras in them, all this crazy weirdo stuff. And apparently she had a wish list. She had machetes on there from what I heard.
Fuck?
But no, she used and abused a
lot of people.
She is. And the disingenuous comes in with her and what's her name fought a lot, Olivia. They fought a lot more than Andrea ever told me. And I think they kind of needed to kind of springboard off each other. Because like I felt like Olivia didn't really have the kind of, I'm not gonna say bravery, but I'm gonna say that she didn't seem like she felt comfortable traveling alone. But at the same time, it was a double-edged sword for her because
she had to share.
She didn't want to be by herself. And Olivia told me that Bullhorn Betty caused a huge scene at like they were checking in for like a rental car, and she was being a Karen. And I wasn't there. I wasn't even invited on that trip, but I also didn't know about the Idaho 4 when I started to look at it. And I started to say things like, I don't think that one person is capable of all this with nobody hearing anything. That's really strange. Like, this is some like Scream shit, Like, this is horror movie type stuff. You got to have a lot of strength for that.